All right, so I got like 5 tips or some advice for people who want to get out here and try to do some public vlogging and look like an idiot like me. Now, the reason why I feel like I want to do this video is because I have people who have a whole lot more subscribers than I have, and they've put out tons more video than I have, but they still struggle with public vlogging, being out here amongst the people and kind of, as the kids would say, hugging the block and vlog in public, vlog around people. Believe me, it's not the easiest thing to do. So my first tip is the camera. And I know, cameras don't matter, use what you got, and all that good stuff that every big YouTuber out there is going to tell you. But where I disagree with that is, especially if you're like me, where you really haven't gained a lot of subscribers, having one of them big mirrorless cameras or whatever, it's kind of difficult to come out here and do this. Now for me, I started off with action cams, and they are fantastic. They're small, they're easy to use, and be honest with you, if I was starting this over again, I would definitely go with an action cam. I'll tell you what, you could probably go out and get like an Action 2 or an Action 3, I don't know, Action 3, or an Action 4, or any of those type of action cameras, a GoPro, maybe, 10 or 11. Fairly cheap if you want to get out here and do this. That way you're not spending a lot of money on the camera, and you could probably resell it for a little bit of what you paid for it. You might not get it all back, but at least you could probably resell it. Now for me, my camera choice is, of course, the Pocket 3, which we are on, with the Anamorphic lens, Black Mist filter. To me, this is probably the ultimate vlogging camera. I don't think there's anything else out there that can really beat it as far as image quality, sound, everything that goes along with this camera, and definitely the ease of use. It is so easy to use. I mean, it is just a fantastic camera. If you can go out and find it, maybe even used, I would definitely pick this camera up. Now, with that said, you don't always need the Pocket 3. Right now, it's fairly expensive on Amazon or wherever you're going to pick it up at. So then I would probably take the next step down, get a Pocket 2, a Pocket 1. Any of those cameras will work, especially if you're just starting out doing this. And the great thing about these things is they're so small and so inconspicuous, a lot of people don't even know what you have in your hand. Boy, the wind is blowing, but it's still a little warm out. It's supposed to start getting humid again. We've had a couple nice days of low humidity, and yeah, it's been kind of nice. The other thing about these small cameras is they're easy to hold, they're easy to use, and they're light. So you're not sitting out here holding it out from you and just tearing your arm up, because I guarantee you those bigger cameras, they're going to do that to you. But with these smaller cameras, such as the Pocket 3 that I have here, or the Action 4, and another camera I really liked was the Action 2, which I still have. The only thing I didn't like about that is you had to use the, for the mics, you have to have the receiver on it. But other than that, it was still a really fantastic camera to go out and do stuff like this. All right, now my second tip is start with low populated areas. Now we started off down on that street down there, not a lot of people around, and it made it a little bit easier to transition into where now I'm up here in town and there's all kinds of people around. When I first started doing this, I would go down underneath the highway where I knew there was not a lot of people at, and it really made it a heck of a lot easier. I'm gonna cross the street right now, what the heck, to get out and do stuff like this. If you're just starting out and you're trying to get out here and do this, it is gonna be super intimidating. You're gonna probably, lock up, not wanna do it. You're gonna put your camera away. I've seen several people that you know, do videos and talk about that, where they've gotten out here, done this kind of stuff, and then they just put their cameras up because it just got too overwhelming for them. So yeah, when you start in low populated areas, just get out there, get used to it, and then everything else will get much easier. All right, so my next tip is have a plan. Now, when I do my geocaching videos, I do not plan those out. I just come out, do them, because it's kind of a spur of a moment thing. And you never know what you're gonna get into, but I'll just get out and do it. But when I'm doing something like this, at least I have some notes. Not a lot. I don't mean go out there and have a script or anything like that. Just get out here and make sure you have a plan. It'll help not only doing this, but it will also help give you some confidence, because you'll be out here knowing what exactly you want to do. It'll make a world of difference as far as your confidence of being out here in public walking. I can say right now, it's been a while since I've done this, and I am becoming a little bit intimidated, and that's my next tip. If you start becoming intimidated and you want to stop, just stop doing it and start doing some B-roll, because you're going to need B-roll. So just go ahead, quit vlogging, regroup, and just take some B-roll shots that you can add to your video so that you look like a professional YouTuber. So just remember, you're getting overwhelmed, just take a break. Do some B-roll. Act like you're a tourist taking some pictures. How about that? I think that works. And while I'm out here doing this, I'm also kind of looking around for places to hide some urban geocaches. I'll be looking around, trying to figure out what's going to be the best place to do stuff like that. All right, so the next tip that I'm going to give you is be confident. Be out here, look like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Because you'll be amazed at how many people are going to give you looks and stuff, but if you look like you're actually out here doing this, like you're some kind of pro YouTuber, most people just look at you and then they go on their way. They don't like stare at you and say, oh, what is that idiot doing? Most of them just kind of glance, go on their way, and it's not a big deal. So be confident, be like, hey, I'm supposed to be out here doing this, and everything will go a little bit easier. In this day and age, somebody talking to a camera, walking around, is actually pretty normal. I think most people don't even realize that what I'm doing or why I'm doing it, or like I said, the camera in my hand, they don't even know what the heck that is. But definitely an important tip, be confident, act like you're supposed to be here. And so yeah, right there, I just kind of lost my train of thought. So I'm going to take a step back, just kind of sit here for a second, regroup, and then get back at it. I can just sit here and act like, you know, I'm just a normal guy talking to a camera. All right, so my last tip, oh God, I might get hit, is remember one thing. Most people don't really care. And if they do care, who really gives a shit? Because chances are, even though I'm walking down the street here, I'm gonna pass this guy and I'm gonna be talking to a camera, he's probably gonna look at me like, what the hell is this guy doing? Chances are though, I'll never, ever see that person ever again. What's the big deal? Who gives a crap? I did a whole video on that. You can check right here where I basically asked the question, does anybody really give a shit if you're out here vlogging? And I tell you what, over the period that I've done this, that's one thing that I have to keep telling myself over and over and over again, that nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. And if they do, I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me one bit. They could laugh at me, and that doesn't matter to me. That's the biggest thing about doing this public vlogging, is the confidence that it gives you and the self-esteem and all those things together. You kind of gain a lot from public vlogging. And if you've never done it, I suggest get out there and give it a try. All right, so now we're gonna get ready to walk up by Fountain Square, where it's gonna be probably the busiest of any of these spots that I've been walking around. And I'm gonna hug the block, I'm gonna be confident, And I'm gonna just act like, hey, this is normal. This is what I should be doing. I wonder if the fountain's going. Maybe I can go up here and do some slow-mo of the fountain if I can find a seat close to it. Although I'm probably running out of time. Oh, I do see a seat, I see a table, and maybe I can get something done here. I'll do a little bit of a time lapse of the fountain right there. And as you see, we are around a ton of people right now. They're all over the place. Just like I've been saying, just be confident, act like this is what you should be doing. All right, well, let's wrap this up. I took a little break there, did some time lapse. We're gonna walk over this way. Hopefully I don't get hit by a freaking car. Just think about this and remember, nobody cares. Be confident. Look like this is what you're supposed to be doing, and all this public vlogging will go way easier than if you get out here, you be hesitant, you put your camera away because you walk in front of somebody, or you're walking near somebody, or even walking along somebody. All right, well, that's all I got for you. Hopefully this will help somebody out there who's thinking about starting a public vlog, or maybe a more experienced or a bigger creator who has always wanted to get out there in public vlog. You'll be surprised how much easier it'll get as you do it more and more often. And like I said, this is the first time I've come up into the city and done something like this in quite some time. So yes, it was very intimidating. There was times where I just felt like very uncomfortable, but I pushed through it, and now you got this vlog. I hope everybody's doing great out there, and remember, as always, be safe out there, take care, and we will catch you next time.